This is Everyday Man 2K. Make sure you hit thumbs up and like, subscribe, and set your notification bell to all. Again, set your notification bell to all. You will not receive notifications from YouTube unless you set that bell to all. Now, have y'all seen the last couple of lives by Strong Mama CHRISSY? She did one last week on her baby daddy / husband that seemed so rehearsed. It reminded me of a Saturday Night Live skit. Then the one she did recently about CPS was even more pathetic and fake. CHRISSY has been losing so much in life. She has created a fake game with CPS and claims she won, y'all. She spent 10 minutes talking about the ins and outs and the situations of dealing with CPS and this so-called case, and then concluded this nonsense by saying, "We beat the case, y'all. We beat the case." Apparently, CHRISSY wants us to believe that her fake lives matter. Let's listen to the live about her current baby daddy. And then afterwards, another baby daddy will talk about her narcissism. In closing, I will follow up with my reaction, and we will then move into our chat and music session. Let's go.
Hi. Mom's here and she woke up the baby because. Thanks, Mom. No, he was already there. Great. Thanks, Mom. Who's going to babysit him now? This is a life stream. And he's afraid of my mom. I think it's because of the braids. I don't know. But he hasn't seen her in like 3 months, so. Like quiet, like, let's get on a roll here. They said, "Hey, Mom." Hey. She said, "Hey, you're the MVP because you're right. He's in the wrong." Yeah. Mom is cute. Okay. Yeah, she's here. Thank God. I'm trying to get away this weekend. I'm like, can I like in a hotel room or something? I just want to sleep and work. Like all the shit I haven't been able to do. But anyway, glad she's here. So I can take all the time I want on this live stream. Yes. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I don't really have a problem with the girlfriend because she hasn't done anything to me. Like I know she's been posting shit that it looks funny, but I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your man. Do what you want to do with your man. I don't care. I don't like him. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like him. In the beginning, I think I took it a lot. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. In the beginning, it was kind of like indifferent, whatever. I was just like, okay. But as time kind of has gone on, I'm actually starting to realize, like, I don't want to act like I'm not. I don't want to put this. I don't want to act like I give a fuck, but at the same time, I don't not give a fuck. Does that make sense? So I don't care that he's moved on. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that because I'm trying to move on with my life. Okay, I care that he's having a baby, and my son does not know him, Onyx. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it hurts. Because nobody, every time they post a picture, she posts a picture of them, you know, and he's all rubbing on her stomach and he's got his hand on her and head on her and shit like that. I'm going to slit that nigga's throat. I'm not going to really do that because I love my life and my freedom, but I want to. Do you feel what I'm saying? My son is growing up without a father, but yet he's being a father. He just went and made a new baby to replace my son. Do you feel what I'm saying? You can't replace my son. Onyx will always and forever be Onyx. You can't replace him. So why are you trying to run away from your fucking problems by making new babies? Why don't you just take care of your kids? Now, there was a couple months ago where I posted a mukbang on my cooking channel, and I said, I'm good with all my baby's fathers right now. I meant when I said that. At that moment, I was even cool with that in an effort. You know why? I had to reach out to him. Me. Every time since we broke up July of 2019, you guys saw my transition. You guys saw what I went through. It was hard as fuck for me. I went through a lot. And honestly, I still, this whole baby business has brought up a lot of that hurt. I'm trying to get over and get through and push through. And I feel like I'm doing good. I'm on a roll. And then I get this baby thrown up in my face. And it makes me just want to catch a fucking body. Because I have to look at my son every day. All my boys, our 3 kids. But specifically, Onyx, because he's never met my son. Never even tried to meet my son. Never even gave a fuck about coming to see him or anything. So I'm irritated. Still, I have not told him. Let me take that back. Let me back up.
He did. He just bring it in now.
Yeah, you definitely need to put it on child support. Yeah. Child support for what? The man is he's never going to work. Child support for what? He's not going to get a job. And if he gets a job, he will not keep a job because he will not pay child support for the 2 children that he had before my 3. The man will not work because he does not want to pay child support. Matter of fact, we'll get there. I just have to get this off my chest, and I don't give a fuck how he feels. Fuck him at this point. So back to the story. So thank you. If he doesn't pay, jail. Yeah. CHRISSY is gonna be okay hanging there. It really be better. See, yes. See, cut him, girl. I'll bail you out, girl. You got my bail money. I'm just playing. So anyway. Here's my issue. Like I said, it's not so much about the girlfriend. I'm not mad because emotionally, like romantically, I'm done. I've cut ties. Like the relationship was dead before he left. It's the whole new kid thing that's kind of pissing me off because, it's one thing to have a girlfriend. It's a whole other thing to make a whole new family and not look back. So it makes me hate him. And I don't want to have hate in my heart for anybody. It's been really hard to fight that feeling lately, especially lately, because like I said, every time she posts new pictures and stuff like that, people are sending me that stuff. And, and some people are not even trying to be malicious by doing it. Some people are like, oh my God, he's so happy. That type of shit doesn't bother me. I'm happy for them being happy as far as that goes. I'm mad because he's not a father to my kids. He's not putting maximum effort into being a father to my kids. And I feel like this whole situation, hey Hannah, it's just too fucking much. You know what I mean? Because it's like a big part of me is like, fuck you. I don't ever want to see you again. You're dead to me. I don't ever don't come around. But then another part of me is like, don't be that woman who's like putting the kids in the middle of adult bullshit. You know what I mean? But I hate him. Like literally, I hate him. So it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's really fucking sad and pathetic, and it gets on my fucking nerves. It makes me feel away. So anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this today is because the girlfriend hit me up today. We had a conversation because excuse my language, messing with him because I'm a social media figure and I'm well known. Now she's kind of in it too because obviously he's fucking up. And now looks like a fuck up because he's a fuck up. And people who are not in this life don't know how to deal with it. Hell, I can't even give good advice all the way because I still react to reactors and negative comments sometimes. I'm human. And she basically was just asking me, how I dealt with it or whatever. And we had our conversation. I'm not going to go into detail, but we talked. And at the end of that conversation, I was more mad. Like, I was pissed. And not even at her. I was just mad at him. Like, you ain't shit. Like, you ain't shit, nigga. Like, you ain't shit. Thank you for the super chat, TT. He just ain't shit. Niggas just ain't shit. And so, I don't know. I'm in here, I was doing something. And I just said, I'm going to call him. And I'm going to see what's up. Like, I kind of was picking at it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's up? Where you been at? Why you ain't called your boys? Like, why does your girlfriend have to reach out to me? She told me that she was trying to get him to call me for the boys' birthdays so that she could get them a gift. I had no motherfucking words. I want to throw the fuck up. Why the fuck? Why the fuck do you need to buy my coins? Confusion. 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 What the fuck? Anyway, I told her, I was like, thanks, but that's his responsibility. It shouldn't take for you to tell him to call or reach out. So, anyway, let me back up a little bit. When it was the boy's birthday, I called him that day 3 times. He did not answer. He did not call me back. I left him a very angrily worded voicemail. I was like, something like, fuck you, you ain't shit. Call your sons. Grow up. You don't get to break up with me and break up with the kids. Something along those lines. And then I was pissed off by the next morning because he didn't call back. So I blocked his phone number. But he has 2 cell phones. He has 2 cell phones and 2 numbers. And so I have two numbers also, both of which he has. And the girlfriend was in contact with me. So why the fuck can't, what the fuck? You know what I mean? There's no excuse. Maximum effort. No excuse. And then, so like I said, today I called and I was like, okay, so we're going to make sure this divorce gets filed and whatever, you're going to sign, whatever. I can do it without you. It's probably easier and much faster if we just get it done. And then, let me just also back up. I don't want anybody to think that I won't give this man a divorce. I think I've seen that a few times. Like somebody came on my Instagram. There's nothing here. There's nothing here that makes me want to stay married to this man at all, ever. There was a point in time where I was thinking like, maybe I could work it out. Maybe I could save us. You know what I mean? Like any person going through a divorce or a separation would think like maybe, and then I realized very quickly, you can't fix this shit. You don't want to fix this shit. Let that shit die. So hard to say about it yesterday. That was not funny. Too soon. She's reaching out to make him look better. He's missing out. So, anyway, he said that he had been like trying to get in touch with me, and he texted me like a screenshot of some messages that he tried to send, and these are all basically recently, and it just was like, I'm not even word for word say what the fuck he said, but it made me very fucking angry, because why the fuck? One of the messages I think had something to do with YouTube. Like, oh my gosh, it wasn't oh my gosh, it was like, I'm hearing from people right here that people were trying to reach out to me because they're saying that the kids are in danger. I'm trying to figure out, he's like, I'm not going to go on YouTube. So what's going on? And I told him, how fucking dare you come to me now over YouTube, which I don't believe that's what I think he just wanted some attention or whatever the fuck. Right, Jazz? How the fuck you want to come to me now? Do y'all remember when my son Junebug was in the hospital? Do y'all remember, what was that? Was it January? No, was it January? December, January, months ago. You know what I'm saying? Any bitch that got a problem can go. Fuck you, bitch. But anyway, a few months ago, Jubek was in the hospital and he had swallowed a penny. We were in the hospital for 2 days and I tried to get in contact with him. He didn't give a fuck. Didn't care. He's been gone since July of last year. This entire time, the entire time he's been gone, I've reached out to him. Like in the beginning, I reached out to him much more. And he just was he talked to the boys, I think, once before Christmas. Probably way before even Thanksgiving. He talked to the boys one time. After that, no contact, no communication, not a damn fucking thing. Until right before I moved out here, I reached out to him. Matter of fact, me trying to be understanding, me trying to save my boys' lives, basically, so they can have a father in their lives, their dad. And this motherfucker, was around not around, but he was, calling for a few weeks. And now all of a sudden, YouTube has you concerned. Well, listen here, motherfucker. Maybe if you were so concerned, you should have just maybe sat your little hot ass dick down somewhere and came and saw your kids, or called on a at least weekly basis, or maybe took a trip to make sure your son was born successfully with no complications. Maybe you should have cared when you really should have cared, not because YouTube is reaching out to say, hey, nigga, kill yourself. Not really kill yourself, but seriously, shut the fuck up. And I hope he sees this shit. How the fuck dare you? How the fuck dare you sit up here and talk about YouTube says that I should, nigga. Look, if YouTube is what it takes to get your attention, let me get on YouTube and do a live stream and tell you how much you ain't shit. Get up, stop being a fucking bum, and take care of your fucking kids. Maybe YouTube can reach out and get you to write somebody and get you to get some little light fire up under your ass for that. Are you home? Thank you. So, I'm just irritated, y'all. Just irritated. Just irritated as fuck. Irritated as fuck. Then had the audacity. Oh, this is another funny one. He had the audacity to say, I never cared. He's like, you never. He's still in his feels, but he wants to act like he doesn't give a fuck. Whatever. You're still in your feels. You got a whole nother female pregnant, and you still in your feelings about me. But I'll never fuck with you again, ever. Does it hurt? Yeah. Had the audacity to be like, oh, well, you never cared about me or us or our marriage or what we had or this, or he said something like this. You never cared about this, like it's still currently going on. You never cared about this or me. You never even changed your last name. That's what he told me. You have a girlfriend who's pregnant and you're talking to me about changing last names? I'm sorry. Fuck no. I bought my own fucking ring. I wanted a wedding, did not get one, could not have one. You wouldn't give me one. Your own mama didn't even know we were married. Until I told her myself, because I thought that she already knew. But you didn't tell her. But I told her for you. Embarrassing as fuck, right? But I didn't tell you guys that. Because I spent a lot of the time, a lot of my relationship trying to make him look better than he actually did. Okay, like, people were already talking bad about him when we were together, and I was trying hard to make sure that the idea was not that, because I was with him, but most of you guys saw through this shit any fucking way. Neither of us were happy, but it's the way in which you do things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad that he left. I'm not mad that he's gone. I'm fine with that. I'm mad that he didn't know my son. I'm mad that he didn't care enough about my son's life to be there for him when it mattered the most. I'm mad that it takes you to get with a bitch, and I hate to call her a bitch, but it takes you to get with a female for you to try to pretend like you give a fuck sometimes. It doesn't even really try hard. I mean, the fuck? And she didn't always be a mom. Yeah, I told her, the girlfriend, I told her that she'll see for herself. I don't have to convince you or whatever. You'll see how he is for yourself. And I told her, I also hope that he changes for your sake and for your child's sake, because God only knows. I would not go wish what I went through with the man on anybody else. So let's hope and pray that he gets it together for her sake. Because I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose hope for my boys. Trying to act like he cares. When, where, how? No, nobody. What? No, there's no care over here. So I don't know, guys. I think this kind of had me in my feelings today. I'm irritated about it. Like, it's like frustration. And it's like, oh, this is something else that he said. He said something about, he's like, I find it funny how you could show who you're fucking with on YouTube. He's really mad about that, apparently. Like, right about who I'm fucking with. Funny how guys do that. You can show who you're fucking with on YouTube and something, but I'm the bad guy because I found somebody who cares about me for me and not for YouTube. You disrespectful SOB. First of all, you better be grateful for YouTube, because that YouTube put fucking food in your stomach, motherfucker. Put a roof over your motherfucking head. That YouTube money paid your motherfucking way. Without YouTube, where the fuck would you have been? You better be grateful for YouTube. The fuck? And also, YouTube doesn't give a fuck about you. YouTube doesn't care. The only reason why you're even being talked about now is because you're an asshole. That's why. Newsflash. You thought this song was about you. It's not. Okay? I'm just irritated. Cares about you for you and not for YouTube. Then he tried to say, that's when he said about the last name, you've always been about Christina. You've had the nerve to say my whole name. Nobody calls me Christina. You only care about Christina. You didn't even change your last name. Like, you've always been about you. Like, all about you, only about you. I'm sorry, did I not share my life with you for 5 years? Did I not give you 3 kids? Did you not cheat on me fucking repeatedly, and I took your ass back? Did you not leave me to go to Texas multiple times for months at a time, and I still took your ass back? Do you guys remember when he left for that 3-month period, and he came out here, or whatever happened, and he was like out here for 3 months? I talked about it. And then came back, and I was like, okay, we're cool now. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be okay. And then, like, a few months later, we broke up. But the type of shit is like classic him. Everyone tell me I'm all about me. Why? Because I had to work to fucking make money for you. Because you were like an extra child, to be technical. Like, the fuck?
Welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about narcissists and their smear campaigning and why they initiate it. Why is it something that they typically resort to utilize to attack victims or people that they don't like? Basically, number one, it serves one of the main purposes that may go unlooked is that it serves as a way to further kind of like punish the source of the supply once they're done with them, right? So the narcissist wants to taint the image of the individual as much as possible. So even though they are not around them, right? Even though they're not in their presence, they will have psychologically gotten to individuals that the supply may deal with or may associate with to kind of change their image or perception toward against them at least. So basically, the narcissist will go and say all these negative things, a one-sided story, and it's very negative typically, um, making themselves look like the victim in the situation. Right? That's most important. They have to get to um, the associates or the friends or the family members, whatever what it may have you, and they have to taint. They have to try to taint their image. They have to try to make them see something that they may have felt that. Well, basically, let me rephrase that. They have to basically try to convince these individuals that there's something about the source that they don't know and that they're revealing it to them. And thus, if they take this information, then they can really see just how much that they did not know from prior experiences and dealings with an individual, and the narcissist is kind of like putting them on to this newfound information, which is all negative, right? And it the narcissist plays the person who is coming to kind of um, with the I guess you can say the narcissist tries to play the moral high ground. This is the appearance that they want to give when they go to smear someone, that they're being the moral person that's just been victimized, and you have no idea who this individual that you've been dealing with really is, but this is what they're about and this is what they did to me. Again, all of this is predominantly lies, right? The narcissist goes in and completely distorts the facts. But they do such a good job at it where they manage to convince the associates, the other people about you that you're the negative one, that you're the bad one, right? And when that happens, um, the narcissist gets a sense of gratification or victory because now, even though the narcissist may not be around these individuals, they know the damage that that causes because they know that if someone comes with a supposed secret or something about someone that they didn't know about and they wrap it up well in some lies, people are more likely to run towards you know stories of you know scandal, like scandalous type of uh, uh, behavior or information and so forth. So they know that people, it's human nature for people to be more intrigued and want to buy into that more than really questioning it and questioning the source of where it's coming from. So on average, the narcissist knows that they'll be a lot more effective if they get to these individuals first and start to contaminate their minds with lies. Now, how does this work in regards to the victim or the source going around these individuals? Well, everyone's looking at them sideways now, right? People who weren't very strong are very deeply invested as a confidant to the source will quickly buy into the lies and buy into the the mischievous behaviors of what the narcissist has put forth, right? So more than likely, what will happen is people will begin to start being distant towards the source, or look, or not believe in them, or you know, kind of questioning them in a certain way as to why would you do that, or how could you be that way, and this now think about this. While this is going on, guess who knows how this is going to play out? The narcissist. The narcissist is sitting back laughing because they now have all of your connections, associates, friends in question of your character, right? They're questioning your character now because the narcissist has purposely set out to tarnish and taint that character. So now these people are questioning it, and looking at you as, wow, I can't believe you were like that. Or wow, what a shame, right? And the narcissist is playing everyone. Everyone is getting played by the narcissist all the while. But to people who do not use critical thinking, they become the puppets of these narcissists playing with the minds of these individuals. Because the narcissist is in no way telling the full story, telling the full truth. So the people who they're smearing you to, that ends up buying this story, right? And not really thinking in depth about the situation or how it could have really played out, or the other story or the other half of it, um, will buy right into it. Will begin to push you away. Will begin to become distant and short with you, and in essence, ultimately changing the way they perceive you and their image of you, right? And this is kind of like a punishment, the way that the narcissist tries to punish an individual, over a period of time at least, by going and smearing them, right? And the worst thing the victim can do, or the subject that has been smeared, or the subject that has had their character assassinated, worst thing that they can do is try to go and convince people otherwise. It will not help you. In many ways, it will only kind of confirm, or make you look crazy, or confirm that you are the one that was really doing this stuff. Because in essence, human nature, you'll get angry, you'll get mad, you'll be like, why are they doing this? Why are they saying this BS? It's not even true. And then when you go in with that emotion and that anger, trying to defend yourself, it's going to look like, so what they did say about you getting angry and upset fast, and, really turning on them, and being very distasteful to the narcissist, maybe that is true, because now you're angry and upset now, trying to defend yourself about something that was said about you, right? So that's the worst thing you can do. Do not go trying to defend yourself. Listen, in many cases, truth is a very powerful thing, right? And the truth will always prevail on the side of time. So all you have to do is let time and truth work together, and they will reveal everything that needs to be revealed accordingly. You won't have to do anything, right? You won't have to prove anything. You shouldn't, and you should not go trying to prove anything. If individuals are going to be foolish enough to just take in things from, especially people who they do not know, and they run with it as, oh, that's definitely had to happen, then let that be on them. The smear campaign is really designed to still hurt and antagonize the victim or the source of supply after they've gotten away from the narcissist, or after the narcissist has left them. It's still a way to torment, to torture, to harm, to hurt that individual. And that's all it's designed to do. That's really all it's about. So yes, this is something that the narcissist likes to do, and what they typically rely heavily upon, because it works. There's a lot of foolish people who will buy into someone playing the victim role, without properly assessing the totality of what possibly may have happened or went on, or better yet, not getting involved in it in the first place. So, anyway, just something I wanted to share in regards to narcissists using the smear campaign. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, share the videos. Till next time.
This is commentary from one of Chrissy's baby daddies, Quinn, who just happens to be an expert in narcissism. So again, strong mommy Chrissy wants us to believe her fake lives matter. The lie where she claims she beat a CPS case was fake. And this lie about DeMarcus was well crafted and fake as well. I remember the lie she did earlier about him and his new baby mama. And she was drinking Hennessy, smoking a Black and Mild, like she was unbothered. Now she claims she is in her feelings and bothered, and the ultimate victim in all this mess. She don't know what lie she want to tell. But we do know that this line is all a setup for some bigger scheme she got planned. You heard from Quinn about how narcissists are always plotting and scheming to get their way. Apparently, this is the way of a narcissist, and this is the way of Strong Woman Chrissy. This is Ebony Man 2K. We're about to go into our chat and music session. But first, if you would like to donate via Cash App, the Cash App ID is $EBMN2K. That's $EBMN2K. If you'd like to make a donation via PayPal, send it to paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. That's paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. And if you'd like to send it via Venmo, send it to @EBMN2K. That's @EBMN2K. Thanks. We're about to go into our chat and music session. If you're new to my channel, you should come by to the chat room and introduce yourself. I mean, if you're going to fix a plate and eat my food, you should at least stop by the grill and dap me up. Let me know you're having a good time. If you're watching this in playback, I recommend that you just keep doing what you're doing and just let the music rock out. Just let it rock out and relax, bro. All right, let's go. Oh, one more thing. If you ever feel like binge watching my videos, click on playlists from my homepage. I've already pulled out all the good videos and categorized them by topic. Thanks. You're listening to the music session presented by Ebony Man 2K. If you missed my commentary, please rewind this video to the beginning by moving the red bar on the screen all the way to the left. Thank you. You're listening to the music session presented by Ebony Man 2K. If you missed my commentary, please rewind this video to the beginning by moving the red bar on the screen all the way to the left. Thank you. When I lived in Atlanta, I created and hosted an open mic that featured spoken word artists and poets. One of my favorite artists was a guy by the name of Tommy Bottoms. I related to him because, like me, he was an educated brother, but had street game. But more importantly, he always questioned the system and spoke truth to power in his material. I came across his YouTube channel that seems to be dormant, but I wanted to share with you a couple of his audio clips that are profound, even though he spoke them over a decade ago. One performance talks about slavery and the parallels of the prison industrial complex, and the other talks about the manipulation of the media and how they work in step with the government. Tommy, if you're out there listening, I'm not monetized on this. This is more of my show of appreciation for your work. So I hope we're all good. Let's listen.
Now, my primary purpose in poetry is to tick some people off. So I'm hoping somebody get offended with these words that I'm spitting. That way I know I'm doing my job. Because when it comes to this mic game, I ain't got time to play. So you gonna hear no raunchy talk about how I make the coochie pop, my AK spray. Got way too many other things I need to say. Because I'm the new millennium field nigga with the article to Kente. I'm the runaway slave that got away. Told master to get up off my tip and where he can stick his resume and his 401k. I know 401 other ways to get paid. So never allow nobody ever to lead you to believe that they ever bought a slavery. Because basically, the business of slavery is way too profitable for it to ever be stoppable. See, America simply reinvented the definition of slavery by really taking race out of the equation in order to increase the size of their plantation. So now, regardless of your ethnic or racial persuasion or your religious affiliation, every one of you now have the opportunity to work on master's plantation. Because anybody that works a job that pays them anything that close to minimum wage can go ahead and consider themselves a slave. See, the biggest misconception with slavery is that the slaves didn't get paid. That the slaves didn't get a paycheck. They definitely got paid. So they got the leftover food that master didn't want to consume, a few clothes and a place to stay. And that's exactly what you get with minimum wage. You get just enough sustenance to give you the guts to get up and do it again the next day. 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, and every other Sunday. And master no longer got to beat the slaves to make them behave. Now they just dock your pay or mess with your sick days or put you on that 12 to 6 graveyard shift. Got you busting your back from dusk to dawn, but you still don't have a phone and can barely keep your lights on. So in order for those little extra crumbs of life, sometimes the slaves afford to resort to commit petty crimes. You see, those slaves lived back in the day. Not only were they brave, but they had to live bold. Because whenever that weather got blistering cold, those same slaves had to break into master's home and steal warm blankets and extra clothes. And that's the very reason why, this very day and time, they still associate black people with crime. Which brings me to the 13th Amendment, which clearly mentions that slavery was the boss for all persons except for those convicted of a crime. So plantations become penitentiaries or correctional facilities where the state pays the inmate 8 cents an hour, provides them with food, clothes, and a shower, a place to stay. And that's when the warden forces that prison to produce products that the state turns right back around and sells in the open market. That's slavery 101, baby, regardless of what you want to call it. I mean, what if all these Walmart stores existed back in the year 1712? Who in the hell you think would have been working the cash registers and stocking the shelves? See, it doesn't matter if you're just a prisoner pressing out license plates in the prison system or just some burger flipping, tomato picking Mexican immigrant or just some auto factory worker working up in Flint, Michigan. Slavery is the heartbeat of capitalism, and capitalism is the beast that don't sleep. That's why there's cocaine on every corner and 24-hour TV. You sure? I know this is for TV. I shouldn't be up here drinking, man. But they'll edit it out later, maybe. You put a blur in front of it or something. You know what I mean? I just stand here like this. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm gonna just do 2 very long poems, so just hang in there with me. I'm gonna tell you off the rip. They long as hell. And I'm gonna take my time, you know what I mean? Cause shit, when you go to work, you don't start as soon as you get there, you know what I'm saying? So, chill a little bit too. Alright. When I say ladies and you say gentlemen. Ladies and, when I say ladies and you say gentlemen. Ladies and, now I ain't never needed a pen and the paper to paint a perfect picture. But I can still give you a vivid description of what I'm spitting just over some raw talent and good diction. So look, ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention and listen as I give you a quick description how the media big pimping, relying on the people's ignorance, decrease their profits, their revenues, and stock on the dividends. Cause they all about them Benjamins, baby. So look, ladies and gentlemen, most of these rappers cannot get major record label backing unless they can market themselves as being murderers or drug traffickers. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop the news on most of these dudes. Cause see, most of these rappers are just actors. See, selling dime bags of weed on your mama's front porch does not really qualify you as being a drug lord. But see, these children, they mostly looking and not listening. So they're not really paying attention to the fact that most of these rappers are just pretending. See, all they see is the diamonds glistening, the rims spinning, so the inner city children go up. Then the only way to get rich is through rapping or drug dealing. So look, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call class warfare. And the name of the game is to profit off of other people's pain. That's why you can slang in your white tee, bang in your white tee, kill 12 people, just do it over tight beats. See, the object is to keep the mass of the people dumb, so they hypnotize the young with the sound of the drum. See, these record labels, they're no longer looking for MCs. They just looking for a rapper with a tight beat and a rap sheet and an entourage that can pack heat. That's because the hottest rapper in the street is the rapper with the most beef. So keep them hooks simple, don't say nothing too deep. And that's when the record label radio station step in and pretend that they gotta defend the rapper's right to freedom of speech. So they allow you to say whatever hell you want, as long as you don't say nothing bad about Jewish people and fags. Cause see, those are the main decision makers, those radio stations and major record labels. I mean, what you think would happen if Snoop Dogg started rapping about shooting some Jewish guy in the eye in a drive-by, then kidnapping the rabbi and getting him high to try to convince him that the Holocaust is a lie? Snoop Dogg can definitely kiss his career bye-bye. And that's on the for shizzle, my nizzle. But them exact same people in power quick to bite their tongue when it comes to glorifying the horrifying lifestyles of the inner city slums. They have no problem telling your kids to get rich or die trying. They ain't nothing unless they rockin' platinum and diamonds. Convincing the children that it's cool to be a villain, cause real niggas do real things and they scared to go to prison. And look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very ignorance of the radio station is spinning and making and killing all of a sudden your children. But all actuality, that is just a microcosm of a much larger problem. See, all the major media that you see, from radio to TV, is actually all controlled by like 4 or 5 companies, which means if you have not learned to think for yourself, your very view of the world that you're living in is actually controlled by somebody else's opinion. See, the corporate elite, they have a vested interest in keeping the average American citizen at a certain level of ignorance. See, the less educated you are, the less they have to pay you to perform low-level jobs. So they already know everybody's not going to grow to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a CEO. Because if everybody making CEO dough, then who gonna clean the toilets, flip the burgers, and scrub the floors? See, capitalism is a machine, which means somebody gotta be the oil. So the purpose of the media is to kind of keep the people passive and constantly feed the people's addiction for television. That way you never had to worry about no questioning the system. And to maintain that status quo, they make sure the people get healthy doses of videos, talk shows, and reality TV. And if you're old as me, you remember when TV talk shows used to actually tackle tough topics. But now they just been dumbed down to getting a paternity test to see who's the baby's father. And the object is to keep your mind idle. That's why it's no coincidence that the most popular show on TV is American Idol. Because an idle mind, the devil's workshop, where they constantly build bigger and better TVs, increase the amount of TV that you watch. And since you want to cop everything you see on TV, you work a job you don't like to buy shit you don't need. Cause you constantly trying to keep up with them Joneses, them Sean Puffy Combses. You got folk who make 80 grand a year, but they 2 checks from being homeless. So look, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason television exists is to sell you shit. Why you think a 30-minute TV show has 15 minutes worth of commercials? That's because the commercials are the main attraction. The actual TV show itself is just there as a distraction to keep you watching just long enough to pinpoint your demographic and your particular spending habit. Do not think it was no accident that they got you to convert from the cash to the plastic. Now they can always electronically track your every purchase. Not that your life means anything. It's just good for market research. And I know the truth hurts, but whether you like it or not, we have all become proud citizens of the United States of big business, because this is America, y'all. Land of the pimps, home of the hustlers, where nobody's really a citizen, just a potential customer. And the national motto is F you, pay me, because they all about them Benjamins, baby.
You're listening to the music session presented by Ebony Man 2K. If you missed my commentary, please rewind this video to the beginning by moving the red bar on the screen all the way to the left. Thank you. You're listening to the music session presented by Ebony Man 2K. If you missed my commentary, please rewind this video to the beginning by moving the red bar on the screen all the way to the left. Thank you. When I lived in Atlanta, I created and hosted an open mic that featured spoken word artists and poets. One of my favorite artists was a guy by the name of Tommy Bottoms. I related to him because, like me, he was an educated brother, but had street game. But more importantly, he always questioned the system and spoke truth to power in his material. I came across his YouTube channel that seems to be dormant, but I wanted to share with you a couple of his audio clips that are profound, even though he spoke them over a decade ago. One performance talks about slavery and the parallels of the prison industrial complex, and the other talks about the manipulation of the media and how they work in step with the government. Tommy, if you're out there listening, I'm not monetized on this. This is more of my show of appreciation for your work. So I hope we're all good. Let's listen.
Now, my primary purpose in poetry is to tick some people off. So I'm hoping somebody get offended with these words that I'm spitting. That way I know I'm doing my job. Because when it comes to this mic game, I ain't got time to play. So you gonna hear no raunchy talk about how I make the coochie pop, my AK spray. Got way too many other things I need to say. Because I'm the new millennium field nigga with the heart of Kunta Kinte. I'm the runaway slave that got away. Told master to get up off my tip and where he can stick his resume and his 401k. I know 401 other ways to get paid. So never allow nobody ever to lead you to believe that they ever bought a slavery. Because basically, the business of slavery is way too profitable for it to ever be stoppable. See, America simply reinvented the definition of slavery by really taking race out of the equation in order to increase the size of their plantation. So now, regardless of your ethnic or racial persuasion or your religious affiliation, every one of you now has the opportunity to work on master's plantation. Because anybody that works a job that pays them anything that close to minimum wage can go ahead and consider themselves a slave. See, the biggest misconception with slavery is that the slaves didn't get paid. Now, the slaves didn't get a paycheck, they definitely got paid. So they got the leftover food that master didn't want to consume, a few clothes, and a place to stay. And that's exactly what you get with minimum wage. You get just enough sustenance to give you the guts to get up and do it again the next day, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, and every other Sunday. And master no longer got to beat the slaves to make them behave. Now they just dock your pay or mess with your sick days or put you on that 12 to 6 graveyard shift. Got you busting your back from dusk to dawn, but you still don't have a phone and can barely keep your lights on. So in order for those little extra crumbs in life, sometimes the slaves afford to resort to commit petty crimes. You see, those slaves lived back in the day, not only were they brave, but they had to live bold, because whenever that weather got blistering cold, those same slaves had to break into master's home to steal warm blankets and extra clothes. And that's the very reason why, this very day and time, they still associate black people with crime, which brings me to the 13th Amendment, which clearly mentions that slavery was the boss for all persons except for those convicted of a crime. So plantations become penitentiaries or correctional facilities where the state pays the inmate 8 cents an hour, provides them with food, clothes, and a shower, a place to stay. And that's when the warden forces that prison to produce products that the state turns right back around and sells in the open market. That's slavery 101, baby, regardless of what you want to call it. I mean, what if all these Walmart stores existed back in the year 1712? Who in the hell you think would have been working the cash registers and stocking the shelves? See, it doesn't matter if you're just a prisoner pressing out license plates in the prison system, or just some burger flipping, tomato picking Mexican immigrant, or just some auto factory worker working up in Flint, Michigan. Slavery is the heartbeat of capitalism, and capitalism is the beast that don't sleep. That's why there's cocaine on every corner and 24-hour TV. You sure? I know this is for TV. I shouldn't be up here drinking, man. But they'll edit it out later, maybe. You put a blur in front of it or something. You know what I mean? I just stand here like this. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm gonna just do 2 very long poems, so just hang in there with me. I'm gonna tell you off the rip. They long as hell. And I'm gonna take my time, you know what I mean? 'Cause shit, when you go to work, you don't start as soon as you get there, you know what I'm saying? So, chill a little bit too. Alright. When I say ladies and you say gentlemen, ladies and, when I say ladies and you say gentlemen, ladies and, now I ain't never needed a pen and the paper to paint a perfect picture, but I can still give you a vivid description of what I'm spitting just over some raw talent and good diction. So look, ladies and gentlemen, play close attention and listen as I give you a quick description how the media big pimping, relying on the people's ignorance to increase their profits, their revenues, and stock on the dividends. Cause they all about them Benjamins, baby. So look, ladies and gentlemen, most of these rappers cannot get major record label backing unless they can market themselves as being murderers or drug traffickers. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop the news on most of these dudes. Cause see, most of these rappers are just actors. See, selling dime bags of weed on your mama's front porch does not really qualify you as being a drug lord. But see, these children, they mostly looking and not listening. So they're not really paying attention to the fact that most of these rappers are just pretending. See, all they see is the diamonds glistening, the rims spinning, so little inner city children go up. Then the only way to get rich is through rapping or drug dealing. So look, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call class warfare. And the name of the game is to profit off of other people's pain. That's why you can slang in your white tee, bang in your white tee, kill 12 people, just do it over tight beats. See, the object is to keep the mass of the people dumb, so they hypnotize the young with the sound of the drum. See, these record labels, they're no longer looking for MCs. They just looking for a rapper with a tight beat and a rap sheet and an entourage that can pack heat. That's because the hottest rapper in the street is the rapper with the most beef. So keep them hooks simple, don't say nothing too deep. And that's when the record label radio stations step in and pretend that they got to defend the rapper's right to freedom of speech. So they'll allow you to say whatever hell you want, as long as you don't say nothing bad about Jewish people and fags. Because see, those are the main decision makers, those radio stations and major record labels. I mean, what you think would happen if Snoop Dogg started rapping about shooting some Jewish guy in the eye in a drive-by, then kidnapping the rabbi and getting him high to try to convince him that the Holocaust is a lie? Snoop Dogg can definitely kiss his career bye-bye. And that's on the for shizzle, my nizzle. But them exact same people in power quick to bite their tongue when it comes to glorifying the horrifying lifestyles of the inner city slums. They have no problem telling your kids to get rich or die trying. They ain't nothing unless they rockin' platinum and diamonds. Convincing the children that it's cool to be a villain, cause real niggas do real things and they scared to go to prison. And look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very ignorance of the radio station is spinning and making and killing all of a sudden your children. But all actuality, that is just a microcosm of a much larger problem. See, all the major media that you see, from radio to TV, is actually all controlled by like 4 or 5 companies. Which means if you have not learned to think for yourself, your very view of the world that you're living in is actually controlled by somebody else's opinion. See, the corporate elite, they have a vested interest in keeping the average American citizen at a certain level of ignorance. See, the less educated you are, the less they have to pay you to perform low-level jobs. So they already know everybody's not going to grow to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a CEO. Because if everybody making CEO dough, then who gonna clean the toilets, flip the burgers, and scrub the floors? See, capitalism is a machine, which means somebody gotta be the oil. So the purpose of the media is to kind of keep the people passive and constantly feed the people's addiction for television. That way, you never had to worry about no questioning the system. And to maintain that status quo, they make sure the people get healthy doses of videos, talk shows, and reality TV. And if you're old as me, you remember when TV talk shows used to actually tackle tough topics. But now they just been dumbed down to getting a paternity test to see who's the baby's father. And the object is to keep your mind idle. That's why it's no coincidence that the most popular show on TV is American Idol. Because an idle mind, the devil's workshop, where they constantly build bigger and better TVs, increase the amount of TV that you watch. And since you want to cop everything you see on TV, you work a job you don't like to buy shit you don't need. Cause you constantly trying to keep up with them Joneses, them Sean Puffy Combses. You got folk who make 80 grand a year, but they 2 checks from being homeless. So look, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason television exists is to sell you shit. Why you think a 30-minute TV show has 15 minutes worth of commercials? That's because the commercials are the main attraction. The actual TV show itself is just there as a distraction to keep you watching just long enough to pinpoint your demographic and your particular spending habit. Do not think it was no accident that they got you to convert from the cash to the plastic. Now they can always electronically track your every purchase. Not that your life means anything. It's just good for market research. And I know the truth hurts, but whether you like it or not, we have all become proud citizens of the United States of big business, because this is America, y'all. Land of the pimps, home of the hustlers, where nobody's really a citizen, just a potential customer. And the national motto is F you, pay me, because they all about them Benjamins, baby.